Wisconsin's first quarter housing market saw its strongest sales number since the Great Recession. We'll have the details up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm your host, Stacy Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. This year, Wisconsin saw its strongest first quarter housing market since the Great Recession began in 2007. First quarter sales across the state were up 4.2% over that same period last year. This is according to a recent analysis of the residential housing market by the Wisconsin Realtors Association. Median home prices are continuing to rise in Wisconsin too. They're up 4% for a statewide median price of $155,000 for a single-family home. In Madison, the median price of a single-family home is over $250,000. Despite rising prices, however, Wisconsin housing remains very affordable when compared to the Midwest and the nation, according to the WRA. President and CEO Mike Theo said even with the brisk growth in home prices, the Wisconsin real estate market has benefited from low mortgage rates and a solid state economy. Still, the issue of low inventory levels for homes for sale continues for Wisconsin, but Theo did say that new construction appears to be picking up as builders see opportunity in this tight market. Market Watch interviewed trend spotters and looked at data from the National Kitchen and Bath Association to come up with a list of features that homeowners wish for most right now. It's becoming more common to have mini refrigerators placed throughout the home, typically in family rooms, basements, and even master bathrooms. Under-counter wine refrigerators are popping up in more and more kitchens as well. High-tech toilets are gaining a following too. They're often equipped with heating elements, lighting, and bidets. There are also niche appliances like steam ovens and warming drawers, and professional-grade appliances like pizza ovens that can cook a pizza in 2 minutes, available now for home use. Half of the designers surveyed said they had created special pet spaces in client kitchens over the last year. They're incorporating feeding stations, under-counter crate areas, and in some cases, even pet shower areas in the mudroom. Homes have evolved dramatically since the 50s. Realtor Mag recently shared some of the changes in buyer tastes from over the decades. In the 50s, homes tended to have more bathrooms than bedrooms. The average home had 1 to 2 bedrooms with 2.5 bathrooms. In the 60s, that ratio flipped in favor of bedrooms, and the average home size grew to 1,200 square feet. In the 70s, appliances in bold colors were popular, like avocado and harvest gold. The 80s brought us to neutral beige tone appliances. In the 90s, the average home square footage grew 21% to over 2,000 square feet, but the number of rooms in the home remained the same. Stainless steel appliances became popular in the 2000s, and in 2010, the trend was to build upwards with more floors and higher ceilings. Stick around, there's more right after this. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Kirsten Goggin with Century 21. Welcome back, Kirsten. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, I know that you usually have, 15, 20 listings out there, but you're telling me right now that you need some listings?
Yeah, my inventory is embarrassingly low, but it's a good problem to have because they keep selling immediately.
Right,
so
as long as they're moving.
Yeah, no, a lot of them have gone like the first day or two or first week for sure on the market, and they're going over asking, which is crazy. We're having multiple offers. So yes, I need listings. If you're thinking of selling at all, please go to sellwithkj.com and check out my marketing, what I do for that. There's a listing intake survey, so it'll give you the value of your home, and we can get the ball rolling. But be ready to move.
Yeah, now you say you need listings. Now why, from the seller's perspective, why would you say now is the time that they should move?
Because, even if you had thought like maybe in a year or two, or we might be getting to a point where eventually we're gonna be outgrowing our house, there is such huge buyer urgency and buyer demand right now. Multiple offers on homes, over asking price. If you are thinking of selling, now's the time because you're getting top dollar for your house. I mean, this is a crazy, incredible the strongest sellers market I've experienced in my career, and there's no signs of slowing down. So you need to get your house listed and take advantage of it.
Now, if they decide to jump, how do they start the process with you?
Yes, well, you can call me, text, email, whatever is easiest for you. But also, sellwithkj.com has a lot of information, and you can go right on there, click, fill out your information. It'll ask a few days and times that work for you, and I'll be in touch, set it up, and we'll walk through your house. I'll guide you on, what is the fair market value of your property. Maybe some staging ideas, maybe do this or don't do this before we list, and I'll kind of guide you through the process, tell you, well, I kind of just told you days on market is not many, but in kind of tell you about my marketing and why I'm different, and get to know what your real estate needs are. And if you decide now's not the time, I can help you in the future as well, but now really should be a good time. You'll make a lot of money, probably.
Now, I thought I saw that you were going to hold a buyer seminar. Are you still thinking about doing that?
Nope, I am not. Although if you get a hold of me and you have any questions for first-time buyers or any kind of buyers or any questions in real estate in general, just get a hold of me. We can set up a meeting, especially if you're a first-time buyer. I'll walk you through the process of what to expect. You can kind of have your ducks in a row, and also your options for representation as a buyer. A lot of people don't know that the sellers pay the commission. Well, it's customary in the state of Wisconsin for commission to be a seller paid cost. So for you to be represented and have a buyer's agent, have me look out for your best interests and negotiate for you, all that good stuff, that gets covered by I get paid the same whether I represent you or the seller when I'm writing an offer for you. So I might as well be your buyer agent, right?
Exactly. So one-on-one, that's not bad. Well, thanks so much for stopping by,
Thank
Kirsten.
you.
And welcome back. I'm now with Carl Searing. He's a realtor at Keller William Realty. Welcome, Carl. How's the market out there in the Dane County area?
Hey, Stacy. Market has been so great. We had the best first quarter since 2007. Sales were up 4.2%, and 2015 quarter and the median price rose to 6%. Overall, it's been great. And then the thing is, the real feeling these prices are very low inventory and with a strong demand. And also builders are building a lot of new construction home. Even with the brisk growth in home price, we have benefited from low mortgage and also a solid state economy. Now buyers have a more confident buying home than ever, and the price continue to rise. We expect more sellers to list their homes and the new construction on the rise. We are hopefully that price will moderate and keep housing affordable in the state.
Well, that's great news. So let's talk about first-time home buyers. What are some of the benefits for them to work with a buyer's agent like yourself?
The first and foremost thing I want to specify this, that buyer agent, when you work with an agent, it costs you nothing for the buyers, and you get pretty much free service. What I mean by that is any home that listed with any broker, so no matter what, the seller will pay commission 6%. Most of them are 6% to either the buyer broker and the seller broker. So the only thing is, if you don't use the buyer agent, seller agent will get benefit for all that 6%, and you don't get that advantage. And another thing I would like to point it out is a very important thing is when you work with an agent, when you see some home online, you can there is a buyer agent who you need by side to open the door for you, so before anybody else get into that home. And another thing is we have a great connection with the lenders, home inspectors, which you don't have to worry all about this, and also we can help you with evaluate the home, and also all the answer is at your fingertips. So you don't have to go around and search for that decision. Nowadays, you don't have that much to make that decisions, time to make a decision. So, and also we have a great lenders, especially for the first-time home buyers. I know a lender that you can get a down payment assistance program up to $6,000. So if you want to know more about it, there's some income limitation, just give me a call.
Those are all great reasons. Well, thanks so much. It was so great to meet you.
Thank you so much, Stacey.
And while welcome back. I'm with Josh Lavick. He's a real estate agent with Keller Williams. Welcome back, Josh. Good to see you again. What's going on these days?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show again. Well, I do have a few things in mind that we could talk about.
Great. So what's going on? Do you have some cool new listings to share with us?
Yeah, actually, one of them is really nice. It's down on Carla Drive, down in Belleville, which, you know, some people think Belleville's kind of too far from Madison, but really it's only a 20-minute drive to the west side of Madison, about 20 minutes to Epic. But this beautiful custom-built home has big cathedral ceilings, big master suite with a jetted tub, gorgeous wood floors, a bunch of new tile, and really cool is the lower level with a Badger-themed bar and then a theater room. All this on a 1.5-acre lot for only $365.
Wow, that sounds like a nice one. I bet that one's going to go fast. Do you find that homes are selling faster right now?
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing that up. Actually, in certain areas, definitely homes are selling quickly. Actually, I was out with a client this past weekend over in the Atwood neighborhood by Olbrook Park, and there we were looking at, you know, more modest-sized homes, around 1,200 square feet or so. There was two of them in particular. One had actually 6 offers on it that first open house. The other one had 3 offers on it. So yeah, definitely crazy in that area.
Wow, that does sound crazy. What do you think is causing that?
Yeah, well, it certainly is crazy. Like I said, in the price range under $200,000, you know, and if you think about the real estate market, it goes in cycles, right? So kind of goes up and down. And if you think back to 08, 09, we kind of had this major downturn in the recession. Yeah, well, now we're kind of on the upside of that. Couple that with rising rents, which I think is pushing more renters into the purchase market. You know, I have one client actually, they're renting an apartment downtown Madison for around $1,800 a month. Well, he's looking to get into the purchase market, buy a home for around $225, and his payment's going to drop to about $1,400 a month.
Well, now, since it's such a seller's market, isn't that a problem for people that want to move from one house to another? Like if somebody's moving from a larger home, moving to a larger home from like a starter home?
Yeah, moving from one home to another is definitely a tricky situation, and it takes some skill to really make it a smooth transition. Actually, I have one client right now whom my team is helping with their move, Pete and Erica. They're awesome people, by the way. And we were able to actually get an accepted offer on their house within a week on the market. The problem was, though, they didn't have a new home to go to yet. So, you know, we actually negotiated with the buyer for their house to, you know, kind of extend the time frame and allow them to stay in their house a little bit longer. Well, now we have an accepted offer on their new home, which is near University Heights, which is also a very competitive market, similar to the Atwood neighborhood too. And you know, we're going to make it happen for them, and they're real excited.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, what about buyers then? Any tips for them?
Yeah, well, certainly contacting our team will help give you the right advice to put you in a better negotiating position. Or you could check out our homebuyer seminar with Connect Madison. This is going to be on Thursday, April 28th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. and that's going to take place at the Ganser Company on the Beltline right near Fish Hatchery Road.
That sounds great. Definitely check that out.
Thank you.
And welcome back. My next guest is Chris Thomas. He's the owner of Right on Target Real Estate. Welcome back, Chris.
Hello.
Now, you've got a smaller team system over there, I recall. Do you think that works better than those mega agents with the huge teams?
You know, it's funny you should say that. I personally think so because I stay more involved with my client from the beginning to the end of the transaction. So I really know what's going on. I got my finger on the pulse of the whole transaction, and I can jump into a conversation and know really what's going on with every transaction I'm working on from the beginning to the end. And I don't want to say that the other way isn't a good way, but if you have an agent that basically doesn't really know what's going on in your transaction, and maybe they've got other people helping them, you kind of pay that particular person to really know what's going on for you. And I think that our system's a little better.
Yeah, so you're really staying right on top of their active transactions. If they call and say, how's that inspection going? You don't have to go look it up, you know.
Exactly, exactly.
So I would think, I mean, that's just going to give a client a better service experience overall then.
Absolutely, that's what we feel too, and our customers say the same thing consistently. So, you know, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything, but it's a little more of a personalized touch, and that's kind of what we're going to stick with.
So how are you on, say, follow-up, returning calls? How quickly do you get back to people?
Well, that's one of the things I try to pride myself on. I think anybody that knows me, that's dealt with me in the past, will tell you that I'm very good with that. It's just one of those things that I've always been really good with. If people, I mean, I can't always answer every single call, but what I do is when people do call me, I probably on average get back to them inside of an hour more often than not, which I think is much above the national average, let's put it that way. So
that's excellent. I think that's something that everyone should really strive for, because people are, this is really important to them, to your clients, and they want an answer right away.
Right, and it's a people business, and you really have to be a good communicator, and part of being a good communicator is listening, but the other part is getting back to people and kind of keeping them in the loop on what's going on. So
what else do you think sets you apart?
Well, certainly I think when it comes right down to it, when people first meet me, they'll realize that I'm an energetic person, and what I do in the transaction from the beginning to the end helps get people excited about, say, looking at the house that I'm trying to help them sell. The other thing is I'm very knowledgeable about the whole process, both buying and selling. So when people come to me, they feel comfortable knowing that that we're going to take care of all those details from the beginning to the end.
And I think that's key. Well, thanks so much. It was good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Rob Grether. He's the owner of Lake Point Realty. Welcome back, Rob. Good to see you again.
Great to be here.
So the last time we saw you, you were getting ready to change your logo and you had a contest going on. How did that go?
It went great. We had a lot of people who helped us make a decision. We have decided on a new logo. It's a blue and green Lake Point logo. So we're excited. We're going to be changing out our website, changing out our yard signs, business cards, kind of going with a whole new color, kind of a whole new design. So it's kind of an exciting time for Lake Point Realty and our marketing department.
Exactly. I like it. It looks great. So congratulations on that. What else is going on with you?
Well, it's I think you've probably heard from other people and all over the place, but it's busy. Inventory is low. Everything we've got are pretty much selling pretty quickly. So, I'm looking to do a promotion for the month of March, the remainder of March, and then the month of April, and hopefully be able to get some new sellers. So as part of a promotion, what I'm looking to do is reduce my commission to new listing people who would like to work with me. Oftentimes, generally, there's a listing commission. For us, I oftentimes offer 3% or ask 3% as the listing agent. But for this promotion, I'd be willing to reduce that listing commission to 2%. So when you look at over the course of cost of a listing, that's a couple $1,000s generally at least. So March, April, anybody who's a new client who's interested in working with us, I'd be willing to reduce that to 2% as the owner of the business. I can do that.
That's a great deal. Now, previously when you've been on, we've talked about some of the neighborhoods that you're working in. Do you have some place new to talk about today?
I do. I've had a condo, the town center condominiums, on the corner, near the corner of Milwaukee Street and Sprecher Road. It's really kind of an exciting area out there. Prior to the recession, it was a booming construction area, new construction. Sprecher Road and 94. Looks like there's going to be an on-ramp, off-ramp coming at some point in time. But yeah, when the recession hit, things kind of shut down, but they've really picked up out there again. And it's really, I think, an exciting time to be, in that area.
Yeah, and it'll be super convenient too if they get that ramp in there as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that there's some stuff going on out near Cottage Grove Road, same area. The breweries out there, Great Dane Brewery and the Metro Market, and just kind of a fun place. There's some single-family homes and there's some condominiums, and anybody who wants any information on any of those homes or condos, let me know, and I'd love to provide them with that.
Well, it was great talking with you. Thanks so much for stopping by again, and stay tuned.
Thanks.
And welcome back. With me now is Andrew Kimball. He's the owner of Kimball Realtors. Good to see you again, Andrew. So how is the market in Wisconsin Dells?
Very busy. You know, we had a long winter and it's finally turning into nice weather. So the buyers are out there, the sellers are getting their home ready. So it's very busy right now. It's really good, very busy.
That's great to hear. Now remind me again, what types of real estate do you specialize in?
Well, we specialize in luxury homes, golf course homes, lakefront homes, and condominiums and vacation homes.
So I bet you've got some new listings. I saw you walk in with some papers. It's hot off the presses.
Yes, just this week we listed E9402 Bay Hill Court. It's at the Christmas Mountain Golf Estates. It's actually on the 8th green there of the Christmas Mountain Golf Estates. And this is a beautiful home. It's the type of home that you would see on HGTV or you'd see in Architectural Digest. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, completely redone inside with the granite countertops, crown molding throughout. Beautiful home. We've listed that at $379,000, and I said we just listed it this week, and I think it's going to go very fast. So if someone wants to take a look at that home, they should give us a call because I don't think it's going to be on the market very long because it's a just beautiful, beautiful home.
Oh, and I'm watching some of the pictures now, and it is amazing. Wow, to see something like that around here too is pretty cool.
Yeah, and again, the fact that it's on a golf course in a nice private community, be great for someone that wants to retire on a golf course or just for a single family home with the 4-bedroom home. Beautiful home.
Now you've got some condo listings as well, right?
Yes, you know, we also specialize in condominiums, both on Lake Delton and the Wisconsin Dells area. One of them that we have is at 715 Canyon Road. It's unit number 4 at Hidden Bay. Beautiful views of Lake Delton off this large private deck. There's a big hot tub on the deck. Great 3-bedroom condominium. We have that one priced at $299,900. It's one of the few on Lake Delton that actually has heated underground parking and also has an elevator in the building as well. And just beautiful views of Lake Delton, high-end home as well.
That sounds really nice too, and that hot tub's going to come in handy
Yes.
here. We're almost there. We're almost there weather-wise. Now it's a hot market right now. What advice do you have for buyers?
Well, you know, if you're looking to buy a home, one of the first things you want to do is talk to your lender and get yourself pre-qualified, because you don't want to start looking at homes and then find out you're not qualified to get the home that you wanted, or that you didn't get pre-qualified and that home got sold. Things are selling very fast, and you might not have your finances in order when you put the offer in, and that home might get sold before you have a chance to have that ready. So talk to your lender right away so you can find out what you're pre-qualified for and able to get. It's going to make it a lot better for you.
Good advice, because you definitely don't want to be disappointed. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. It was great to see you again.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Special thanks to our guests for stopping by today and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to join us again next week. I'm Stacey Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.